Hey y'all, welcome to Art of the Budget. My name is Nicole. My pronouns are she and her, and I live in the Pacific Northwest on what is the traditional territory of the Coast Salish Nations. Um, Today we are doing a budget check-in for week 3 of January 2020. Welcome or welcome back. Let me know down in the comments below something nice that happened this week, even if it's a little thing. I keep a list every week in my planner, and I just try to put anything, whether it's big or small. This week I had an event, a public art event, and the attendance was really great, better than I expected. So that was one of the things that went onto my list. Yeah, let's get into this budget check-in real quick. If you're new here, I am an artist and educator, and I'm currently learning about budgeting, saving, and investing for financial independence. All right, so I've got several transactions. Lots of bills came out this week. I did eat out a little bit more than usual, mostly just at my work. Yeah, we actually had 2 late starts this week because of weather. And instead of like getting up and eating a delicious breakfast, I ended up like sleeping in and then getting like coffee and a bagel at work. I think I did that twice. So not a great habit to be in, and also, pretty unusual for me. I do usually make my breakfast every day and make my coffee every morning, but that's just the way it goes sometimes, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and scroll on down to that kind of stuff. I think I mentioned it last week, but I did sort of rearrange my budget a little. All the categories are still the same, but I brought daily living to up here next to housing, and then personal spending, and then transportation. So it's just sort of like reflects the way I use money maybe a little bit more. Okay, so last night I worked all day and I taught my class at night to downtown, and I stopped at the Hero spot on the way home, and it was $18, which is pretty expensive for some dinner, but especially for just like a Hero platter thing. But it's really delicious. Anyway, that was $18. So I'm already over on that budget. That's not great. There's more that needs to go in there. I went to the cafe at school for coffee and bagel, and that was $7.71. I do not get the cheapest coffee. I have to say, I make my coffee at home usually. So if I buy coffee, like I feel really that I need to get a special coffee drink, like a mocha. I usually get a peppermint mocha. Yeah, so that's just the way I am. Okay, cafe for 150. Cafe for 150. Another one of those, cafe for 150. Cafe for 5.55. I'm assuming that was coffee, but at this point I honestly can't remember. Actually, no, it's definitely coffee. I brought a piece of focaccia that I brought home from my parents' house in December for breakfast, but I didn't bring coffee. Okay, one more cafe for 175 and one cafe for 205. So really like not really excellent spending this week. It's fine. We'll move right along. All right. So into entertainment, I've got $6.53 for Hulu. Put that in there. It's just 2 cents over. It fluctuates a couple of cents every time. Not too worried about that. My phone bill also came out, and that was $78.30. It was a little bit higher this month because last month in December I traveled, and I pay I think a pretty good fee, about $63 a month. And then when I travel, I am fine with paying that extra $15 for extra data because typically I'm in Wi-Fi. So my plan that I have works really well for the majority of months. Last but not least, Comcast came out. That was $79.95. And then I bought a t-shirt. An artist, well, several artists, but one artist who's one of my favorites, is part of a group of artists that do clay education with youth, and they're pretty amazing. And so I bought a shirt from them to support their project, and also just to have one because they're pretty cool. So that was for the Clay Siblings program. And that was $37 total, including shipping. And I was trying to decide if that goes into sharing my income or 2% for art. Because it is like supporting a project and then getting a shirt in return, but it's also like a cool shirt made, printed by hand with a hand carved plate. So, oh yeah, I wasn't sure which one that went into. I think I'm going to put it into 2% for art because I feel like there's still a few more things I want to share my income with this month, just because it's been kind of a rough month in the world. So I'm going to put this Clay Sib shirt into 2% for art. Okay, so I've still got $70 left to share this month. I don't think I will have any trouble figuring out how to do that. And I think I'm going a little over in a few categories, but I'm just going to try to rein it in as best I can. I hope that you all are having a great third week of the month, and I will see you next time.